Welcome to the third and final part to finish our shepherd. If you've already made the base body and all its accessories, today we'll be putting all the pieces together to finally finish them. And if you haven't seen the previous two videos yet, in the description, tap on the three dots and select See More. I'll be sharing the links to those two videos. If, on the other hand, you're up to date, then let's continue. Let's continue joining all the pieces together until we fully form the shepherd and the shepherdess. If you still haven't seen the previous videos, I'll be sharing the links in the description of this one. Let's start with each little cord, which we're simply going to tie around the middle of the body. You can make a full knot or just leave it halfway, like I'm going to do. That's how it should look with the little cord. Let's continue with the tunics. If you want to secure something with glue or by sewing, go ahead, okay? But remember, I'm going to leave mine removable. The tunics and the little cord are ready, each one with its cord and tunic. Let's move on with the details for the shepherd, and then we'll do the shepherdess. Let's add the facial details. First, this little beard. For me, this is the front of the fabric. I've always thought of it that way. But this time, I'm going to flip it and consider this side here as the front. And we're going to place it like this, using pins to help us at first, so that later we can glue it once we've decided exactly where we like it. Stretch the beard as much as you can so that when we put on the turban, the ends are hidden. That's the idea here. Next, we're going to add this hair. We're going to place it so that it's about 2 rounds away from the eyes with this lock of hair. Roughly 2 rounds with this lock of hair. You can also put on the turban and make sure that the hair is visible, okay? That's just a suggestion. Honestly, we don't need it to show too much, just a little bit like this. So once you've made sure of that, we'll secure it with pins and then glue it down. That's exactly what we're going to do now. Glue it. I'll use silicone glue to fix these details in place. That's all. I'm going to add glue to each little strand, and we're going to stick this one right here. We're going to tilt it to this side. The little threads. I'm just going to suture them up here and then we'll cut them. There you go. That's how the little strands should look. And next comes the beard. To glue these chains on, make sure to put just a little bit of glue where you're going to attach them, and if you're worried about leaving glue residue, what I recommend, please, is to do it with stitches instead. Okay, it almost worked for me there, but I cleaned it up too quickly. That's the advice I give you if you're worried about using glue, because you might end up with some residue. It's a very delicate piece, so please don't glue it. Just add a few stitches and that's it. We could glue these threads, and it's simply a matter of cutting them. And now let's add the turban. Yes, it might look a little loose, and that's intentional, because what we're going to do is glue it on completely. We're going to glue this whole area on top of the head. So what I'm going to do is apply glue all over this area. A generous amount of glue. And then I'm going to place the front of the turban. And I'm going to press down really hard. This will make it fit snugly to the head once it has cooled and dried. Then I'll lift it up again to glue the rest. I want to make sure that this part here never shows, so please glue it down really well. Apply plenty of glue in this area, and once you've glued it, it'll fit snugly. And not so wide. Okay, but it was always intentional for it to look a bit loose on this little shepherd. All that's missing is the staff, which in this case I'll simply be gluing on. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in this area. Make sure it's really hot if you're using silicone glue. And then here on the little hand, I'm going to press down really hard. Okay, let it cool here and that's it. Always making sure it's at the same level as the body. Okay, because if not, it'll get in the way and the figure won't stand up properly, and with that, the shepherd is finished. So let's continue with the details for the shepherdess. And for her, the first thing we'll do is arrange the hair, and we could style it inward like this. Or the way I like best, which is outward. So the idea here is to glue all the hair down. Glue one end to the other, and right where they meet, that's where we'll place it, just like that, right where they join. Now make sure that it always stays in place here at the front. Halfway between two strands of hair, the center should be visible at the front. That's the idea. Once you've decided on that, then it's time to glue. We'll start by applying glue to the top part underneath. And really, that's enough. Then, strand by strand. What I mean is, we're going to glue them downward, however the little strands end up, since we'll be putting the turban on top. So if you can see part of the scalp or skin, don't worry because the turban will go over this hair. Really, only the tips at the bottom will be visible. Now, let's put on the turban, and we'll place it just like we did with the shepherd, fixing it up here as much as we can, and that's it. In the case of the shepherdess, honestly, I think it's even easier. Because we're simply going to add some silicone glue up here and then let the turban fall into place. And that's it. Well, since she's holding a little vase, I'm just going to bring her hands together in front and we'll place it there. The little vase has a pretty delicate area, so I think it holds quite well when she's standing up. And with that, we've finished this project. A shepherd and a shepherdess in amigurumi for our nativity scene. And remember, if you feel like making more, you're free to change the colors. And this one, well, I had already shown you. The little sheep is a tutorial you can already find on this channel. I'll be sharing the link in the video description. So that's it for this video tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to let me know with a like and in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, don't leave without doing so. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so YouTube will let you know when we upload new videos. Thanks for watching to the end, and see you in the next project.